holes in the roster.
Poked away. The Celtics have gone on 1 of 6 in the field in the third quarter. Not how they pictured the half started. And Thomas, here we go. But they recover it. Right side, Thomas. Kicks it to Crowder. Back to Thomas. Pass to Crowder. Beyond the arc. They grab their own miss. Oladippo against Turner. Goes up again. And he gets it to go. Turner's got 6.
And maybe that will stem the tide a little bit. This club hanging on to the game.
Well, you know what? That was a huge bucket for him, Steve, because they want to maintain the lead, and they've got to keep scoring to do that.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. Evan Turner to start last season, a feature offensive player, Steve, for the rebuilding 76ers.
Oh, yeah, Andre Iguodala and Drew Holiday traded away in consecutive seasons. So Turner's numbers went up with the team struggling, but he didn't seem very happy about the roster changes because they were losing night in and night out.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Brandon Bass is checked in for Tyler Zeller. Nurebko comes in for Sellinger. And Smart subbed in for Айзея Томас. Here's Smart. Goes straight to the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That one on Green. Nice hops and determination that time. Clark to get to the rim.
We know he can bounce, and right there an example of how dangerous he is when he's got a path to the hoop.
And you love the versatility, guys. Being a point guard, and in this situation, they tack on 2 more points, expanding the lead in a pretty deflating way for the defense.
And Turner traded from the Sixers to the Pacers at the deadline. That was a change not only in role, but also in record. Going from one of the league's worst teams to one of its best. And from a starting role to one as a reserve. Not the easiest of adjustments, but I thought Turner handled himself well.
.36 seconds left to play here in the third. A putback. And Oladippo pulls it down.
Boy, and that is a bunch of rebounds for a player who's not the biggest guy out there.
And the best to Quinn. It's stolen by Bass. Turner passes to Bass. The jump hook. And it's going to be a 3-second call. And the Celtics making a change here. Green with the ball. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Pass to Quinn. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it.
Assist goes to Victor Oladippo.
Poke loose. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Celtics lead by 3. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. Celtics leading by 3. Smart and Bradley the guards. Jake Crowder out there with Jared Sellinger. And it's Bass in the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the Boston 5.
That's his first personal foul.
Well, analytics are here to stay, and Marcus Smart is one of the higher rated prospects when you look at the analytics. He's got a high rate of steals and rebounds, which is always something that typically translates well to the pro game. Both of those things reflect his competitive spirit. It's obvious this young man goes at it full throttle when he's on the court.
Harris is checked in for Orlando. Payton drives in. He kicks it to Fry. He dishes it to Vucevic. 5 to shoot. Fournier pass to Fry.
Celtics foul.
And there's the whistle. Foul hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
That's his second.
It's going to be on Brandon
Channing Frye missed all of 2012-13 with an enlarged heart. The condition got better last season. Seemed like he didn't miss a beat. He came back and shot the cover off the ball.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Tyler Zeller's checked in for Bass. And Thomas subbed in for Smart. The shot by Crowder, no good. Here's the lob to the hoop. And slam dunk by Harris.
You could see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific field view.
And what a play to make it a close game. A potential momentum builder.
And guys, Frye, you know, as you try to put him into some kind of position or descriptive phrase, a stretch four.
I think so, Kevin. But, you know, what's great with Frye is that he can also guard fours and fives. So when you can space the floor as a shooter but also defend the interior, then you're a two-way player, and it's easy to find the way.
A wide open three. They need much better communication.
Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
Well, Jared Sullinger slipped in the 2012 draft over concerns about his back. He ended up missing the latter half of that rookie season when he had that back surgery. Despite his health issues, when he's been on the court, he's shown a lot of promise.
Evan Turner, he's checked in for Boston. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Orlando's coach as he addressed his team. He told them it's time to fight and take the lead. Let's put ourselves in position to bring it home. Guys, we'll see if they've got what it takes to get it done.
Heads up interior defense there. He was ready for that entry pass.
Harris misses. And Sullinger with a ground-bound game. Even before his back troubles, his game is based on strength and skill.
Yeah, no question. He's got that wide frame, able to carve out space inside. You know, he's a good rebounder. He's got a soft touch. Boston really tried to help him become a three-point shooter as well last year. So he's slowly expanding his game.
And both free throws good for Thomas.
Aizeya Tomas, a 20-point-per-game scorer last season, and putting up those points with great efficiency, too. And this came despite strained ligaments in his shooting wrist and other nagging injuries, and yet continues to give production.
Trailing here in the game, you can look at his performance as a direct indicator of why they're losing.
Turner kicks to Thomas. That'll be Boston as it goes out of bounds. Celtics ball. And for Thomas, because of his stage.
Yeah, he's only 5'9", and that might be generous, but man, does he pack a lot of game into that frame. He gets after it at both ends. He's athletic, he's confident. As great as he is on offense, he does tend to give up a little bit at the other end.
Fourth quarter of play, we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. A shot by Sullinger, wide open. And the shot no good, a bit short. And Harris wide open, he shoots. Nailed from three-point land.
For three.
Harris has got 5 points now in the quarter. And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession.
Boy, that's embarrassing, guys. He's going to have a hard time living that one down later when they watch it on tape.
Out left of the wing. Picked by Vucevic. The shot's good from Fournier.
He's too dangerous a shooter to leave alone behind the arc.
Thomas goes in. And stolen by Frye. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. That ties the game.
Boy, you got to love it. Picture-perfect alley-oop.
A little surprised, though, Clark. It didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same.
Got one or two. Yeah, but it almost makes it a little more special. Just grace over power is the way I see it.
Here's Sullinger. Boston again missing. And it's Orlando's ball. It's been 8 unanswered points for him. Harris with it. Picked up by Turner. It's the tip. And the officials call over the bag. A little too aggressive there.
Well, he's boxed out, and when that happens, turn and get back defensively. That time he went right over the top.
Yeah, but you go straight on the top of another player's back, that's going to be a foul call every time.
It's for Oladipо. He's tracked in for Fournier. Goes up the baseline.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Well, the defenders have to make sure they tap.
And slam dunk by Harris.
I'd say that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, it sure did. A good job getting it started, and a better job finishing it off.
Outside Turner. Thomas, it's a wide open look. And that one hits back on.
You know, he's so confident, sometimes to a fault. And that showed right there. That's a bad shot.
Exactly. I mean, that's self-inflicted damage right there. There are a lot better options than what he took.
Harris dishes to Vucevic.
Boston foul call.
And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
That's his first personal.
Oh, what a basket, and at the perfect time.
How about the courage and the backbone of this guy? Wow.
The free throw drops for Vucevic.
Looking at the numbers for Vucevic, 11 rebounds, 10 points.
Thomas kicks to Bradley to stop the run. Orlando grabs the miss.
Well contested shot, and they did an excellent job of not fouling the shooter.
Defense is about everything, commitment and discipline. He's a good defender because of those
At the
things.
line for the Magic, Tobias Harris.
And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. Austin's gotten just one of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth.
Avery Bradley.
And he commits the intentional foul.
That's his second personal foul.
This free throw is good, and that makes it a
At
7-point
the line
lead.
for the Magic,
So Boston ends up going with a new group. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Vucevic. Kyle O'Quinn comes in for Channing Frye. Gordon's checked in for Tobias Harris. And Willie Green is subbed in for Peyton.
defensive foul.
15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Penalty situation.
That's right. No other option but to foul and
At
hope
the
for
line
some
for the
misses.
Magic,
Yep, you got to extend the game here. Try to keep that clock from moving.
And here's Bradley. Thomas passes to Turner. Bradley drives in. It's Thomas outside. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock.
That's his third personal.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall.
Shooting for Orlando.
He's able to hit the second one. And that results in a 4-point lead.
I bake them cakes as fast as I can.
Timeout called by Boston.
Bread stack up in the sky.
They're trailing by 3.
Watch it like my
2 seconds left to play in the final quarter.
We are 17-time world champions! Now get out of your seats and let's have the boys!
And so the big win by Orlando in a tight game. Well, they don't get much more exciting than that, Clark.
They sure don't. And when it was gut check time, this team kept their composure, kept their emotions in check, and got it done.
Thank you for joining us for this presentation of the NBA on
Reach out, touch faith.